Hello. So I don't know if this is like a channel update or a vlog. Really, it's two movies that I just saw in the same day. They didn't come out the same day. One came out in 2004. One came out like a week ago. Um, but yeah. So I mean, some personal stuff. I'm still not. I need to get back into the camera. I'm still not handling my shit very well. I don't want to talk about it too much again in the intro to this whole thing. But I'm figuring out how to be myself again. And I'm figuring out how to do things that I love again. The only problem is I still suffer with not really wanting to do them too often. I get to points where I'm just like I need to take a break from shit that I love. I used to play Marvel Rivals every single fucking day, but I used to do it every single day with her. And now I don't really want to do it by myself. I used to go eat at this cafe every now and then, but I would always do it with her. And now I'm doing it on my own, but I'm doing it almost every single day, and now it's becoming my thing instead of our thing. That brings me to this movie that I just randomly decided to put on. I just randomly remembered it. It's got some cast members that I like seeing and stuff. So I was like, okay, we'll put it on. Today's the day. I saw a few like Instagram stories or Instagram reels from the movie. It's called Eternal Sunshine for the Spotless Mind, or Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. It's a mouthful, and I keep forgetting the name every single time I go to talk about it. But I watched it earlier today, and it's interesting. So the beginning of the movie, I guess the beginning of the movie, I could be misinterpreting. I guess the beginning of the movie is actually after the end of the movie. There's a bit of a cold open, and then we get to the beginning of the movie, and as it turns out, because I'm still a bit confused on how that movie like starts. I was watching it. I might not be understanding something, but basically something is always happening, and I don't know. I find it really interesting. It posed an interesting question that I've been wondering. I don't want to put her shit out there right now, but or ever, to be honest with you, but if you could just forget the person you loved because they don't love you anymore, or for whatever reason, if you could just forget them, wipe them from your mind, get a clean start, would you do that? Because I wouldn't. I'm still holding on to hope that we can get back together. I'm still holding on to the pain because it's all I really got left of her now. We still talk from time to time, but it's not like it was, and it isn't as often as it was. And I haven't seen her in over a week now. And when I do see her, it's not for as long. And it hurts every time. I was telling I've been venting to my friend from way back, and she knew Allie too, and I don't know. I've been having these dreams lately, and one of the dreams, it's the last time that I saw her before she went to Hawaii. And we got into a small fight before that, and well, I don't think she knew that we were fighting, but I was fighting. But instead of being lovey-dovey like I wanted to, I was standoffish. And I just keep wishing that I had crawled into the bed with her and held onto her just a little bit longer. But I didn't know. I was mad because I felt ignored, and I didn't know that this was the last time that I'd have that chance. Before that, the day before that, I had to help her with something work related, so I had to get up really early, and I stayed the night at her place, and now I'm just wishing we could have called it off and stayed in bed. That being said, I still wouldn't erase her from my mind, but I wonder if she would erase me. And while I can't get that kind of answer from this movie, the movie kind of connected with me because, sure, I've thought about it. You know, if I could do such a thing, would I? I don't think I would. But if she could. The movie was a really interesting movie outside of just that and the place that I'm in right now. The movie was really interesting. It was really interesting seeing Jim Carrey in a more serious role because I've never seen that before. I think he's got one or two other movies that are like that, but it's a largely a serious role, and it's about the, you know, at first you don't see the good parts of the relationship, you just see the bad, but then there's some good thrown in there, and there were some parts that I was like, oh man, that's me and her right there, and I don't know, because I even missed the fights now. We only had 2 fights the whole time. Apparently there was a lack of communication, and that's not good, but I thought everything was good. But this movie, it just got me thinking and reflecting, and it was nice to be able to see something that I can see myself in. I was like, damn, I'm Jim Carrey, you know? Like, fuck. That's where I'm going. And, I don't know, the story, too, of just the pain, you know, that I'm feeling, like, oh, someone else is feeling that, too. And the story was relatable. The story was, it ends vague as fuck. Still trying to wrap my head around the beginning of the movie, though, because it can't be. So, the beginning of the movie must be in between the ending of the movie and him waking up. That's got to be the deal. That's the only thing that makes sense to me, I think. But I thought, like, and I like the ending. It's vague. It's kind of vague. Like, at the end of the movie, he chooses her, but you don't know what she chooses. And to be honest, I'm in the spot where, like, I probably shouldn't, but I feel like no matter what, I'll always choose her. And I feel like even if all of my memories of Allie got wiped, I'd still choose her. So it was a really interesting movie to watch. Today is, right now it's 4 in the morning, the 31st of May, Saturday. We're just gonna say it's Friday the 30th. But this video will probably go in June sometime, just to say, hey, I'm still alive. I'm still doing things. I guess I really don't have much to say about this movie. I thought I'd have a lot to say about it, but it's really more, I have more to say about me and her, and I don't really want to do all that right now. It was a good movie, though. It was a 9 out of 10 movie, in my opinion. I'd never seen a movie like this that covers this kind of story. And I really related to this movie. I've never really related to a movie like that. I've never really related to a movie like I've related to this one. So, I don't know. I'm trying to move on. I bagged up and boxed up all of our shit that we had together. It's in storage right now. I'm sure I'll see it again. Um, and I'm sure I'll find more stuff that she left behind, but doing my best I can to move on, get rid of everything that reminds me of her, but it's hard. Never been through a breakup before. Um, right now I don't see anything else from her, but I'm sure they'll find something. Haven't bothered to look for it either. That's what it is. Next up, I went and saw Lilo and Stitch. And, man, that was not the movie to go watch, given my current mindset, because she was in Hawaii while it was wrapping up post-production, I think. And some of the places she took photos of, I saw in the movie. She sent me the photos, and I saw them in those places in the movie, and I'm just thinking, oh, wow, yeah, the worst parts of my life. Reliving them right now. But beyond that, some of the changes that this movie made to the original, I'll have to go rewatch the original because it has been a minute. But some of the changes that they made to the original, I think, worked for this movie. I actually really liked this movie. A lot of people didn't. I don't remember Nani losing custody of Lilo in the animated movie. I talked to someone and they said that they're not a totally reliable source, but they said, yeah, that didn't happen in the animated movie. So I don't know, maybe that's one of the bigger differences. I do know Gantu, I think is his name, not in this movie. And I could swear that the scientist guy was like one of the good guys by the end of the movie. So that's different because the scientist guy takes over the spot of Gantu. Still a really good movie. And I actually kind of really like this for the live action movie. You could take Stitch out of most of the movie and it would still be fun. He really does not add that much to it. He does not add or subtract from the movie in any meaningful way until the very end of the movie. This is really a personal story about Nani and Lilo. And I fucking respect the shit out of that. That is fire. I really like the story and I really like the character interactions and So I will have to see how it stacks up to the original. I'll rewatch that later. Helps that Lilo sisters still hot. But yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed the movie. I know for a fact I did not enjoy it as much as the classic, and I don't know why that is. It definitely did not connect with me as much. It might have been the Stitch stuff, because you can take him out of a lot of that movie. Dude, you could take him out of the movie and make it just about Lilo and Nani, and that might actually make it a better movie. But I don't know. It is a good movie. It's a good movie. It's another pointless remake, but I don't think this one's pointless though. I do kind of want to see a sequel though. Just lean more into the Lilo and Stitch element because they really didn't do nothing in that whole movie. I don't know. They were just kind of side characters fucking up Nani's whole life, But I liked it. Now one thing, the reason I mentioned, hey, this might be a vlog. I am working on a little special project that I want to turn into a TV show. I'm working on a script right now about, it's an original story based on some personal life experiences. I don't want to say what they are right now. But one of the things I will say is one of the things I like about Breaking Bad is the character relationships. You could really drop the whole meth cooking angle from the show and just make it about the relationships, but that affects the relationships quite a bit, and that's a big part of the show. So Um, and I've been interested in watching some other movies lately, like Eternal Sunshine for the Spotless Mind, and um, I think it's called Marriage Story, Wedding Story, something like that. And then with Adam Driver. Um, Fuck, dude, I keep having like 3 examples of movies I want to watch, and then only remember it's Notebook. Watching movies like that, given the mindset that I'm in right now, and seeing what I can kind of take from those movies to impact this story. And I want to make a story where you're on the edge of your seat, you're really focused and worried about the relationships of these characters, but no one ever dies, you know, because it's based on my life, and so far I've been lucky enough to not really lose anybody, but I still know pain and loss, you know. I've still suffered just as much as anyone else on this planet, and well, not just as much as anyone else, but I've still experienced my share of suffering, and I know that before my story is over, I'm going to experience a whole lot more and a whole lot worse. But I also know that it's always going to get better. Even when I don't think it's going to get better, I know it's going to get better. And I want to incorporate that into the show. I got about 10 episodes for 7 seasons, I think. 7 or 6, something like that. Maybe it was 5. Let me see. I think it was 7. I think it was 7 seasons, 10 episodes. All about just the relationships that break, reforge, strengthen. There's going to be actual drama, actual tension, but there's not going to be any physical violence, you know? I don't know, it's something I'm really interested in making, and it's based on my personal experiences. It's going to start out with a one-to-one recreation of something that meant a lot in my life. It's going to end with a one-to-one recreation of something that meant a lot in my life. But in between, you'll have little parts of like my actual life experiences with some fictionalized events and conversations and stuff like that. And I think I'm probably going to change the names of the characters and everything, you know, whatever. But I don't know, I think it'll be a really good story to tell. I think it's something that comes from the heart. I think it's something that I want to work on. I don't know how I'm going to get it funded. I don't know how I'm going to get it made. But we'll start by writing the script and then go from there, I guess. Maybe a GoFundMe. People are interested. But this is something I actually believe in, actually doing, and this is something I want to do. I just don't have the means to do it. So if y'all are interested, like and subscribe. Eventually, when I get up there, when I fucking make it, eventually something like this might actually get made. So yeah. I didn't just mention 2 random movies to plug my own shit. Probably just keep this titled as Lilo and Stitch review and then just take y'all for a ride. But yeah, no, this vlog, channel update, I don't know. We'll call it a vlog. I'm tired of posting channel updates. But yeah, so just stay tuned, because this shit's gonna fucking hit. This shit's gonna be good. Hopefully it never gets even fucking made. I don't know. But I gotta get ready for bed. It's 4:26. I gotta be somewhere in about 9 hours, but I want to wake up in 6, so we'll see. Adios. 9 hours? Holy fuck, I don't have no 9 hours. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. I got like 6 hours. I need to be up in 4. Probably make it 5. I had some shit I wanted to get off my chest, and I had The exact opposite of a very busy day. I watched Agent Carter, finished Doom 2016. Hopefully those videos are coming out soon. Edited a video. Watched the Jim Carrey movie. Watched Lilo and Stitch. That was all I've done today. It's been a day. Yesterday I made some fucking moves, but this ain't about yesterday. Admire the century. But I'll see y'all in the next one. Later.